Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Ken Gavin, and I'm the Associate Director of Communications for the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. I'd like to thank you all for joining us for this very special announcement regarding the World Meeting of Families. And in a special way, I'd like to welcome everyone who's joining us live on the internet via streaming video. Today, we'll have remarks by Archbishop Chaput, as well as Mayor Nutter, and then we'll field some questions from the media. Without further ado, it's my distinct honor to introduce Archbishop Charles J. Chaput.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ken. Hello, everybody. I'm always astonished at the turnout for things like this with such short notice, so thank you very much for being here, especially the Mayor. Mayor and I are very happy you're with us today. Well, good morning, everybody. We received some good news some weeks ago that we're able to share with you today. As announced by the Vatican early this morning, Philadelphia has been confirmed by His Holiness Pope Benedict XVI as a host city for the 8th World Meeting of Families. The official dates set for this gathering are September 22nd through September 27th, 2015. This marks the first time an American city has hosted the World Meeting of Families, and we're deeply grateful that the Archdiocese of Philadelphia has been selected for this honor. Before saying anything else, I want to thank the Holy Father for choosing Philadelphia and for setting these dates before he concludes his ministry as pastor of the Universal Church. The Holy Father recognizes that gatherings of this magnitude demand a great deal of planning and work, so he set the date before the new Pope has arrived. Meetings like this draw many thousands of people, and in this case, many thousands of families with children of all ages. But these events also become moments of grace. They have the power to transform in deeply positive ways, not just the spirit of Catholic life in our region, but the whole public community. So we're excited to officially begin this journey. The World Meeting of Families is meant to be a gift not just to Catholics in Philadelphia, but to every person of goodwill in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the surrounding areas. Everyone with a generous heart is welcome to be part of it, and I'll be working closely with my brother bishops in the months ahead to encourage families from across the United States and Canada and around the world to come to Philadelphia in September of 2015. I'll also be working closely with two public leaders who represent our city and our Commonwealth with distinction. It's my pleasure to announce that Governor Tom Corbett and Mayor Michael Nutter have kindly accepted my invitation to serve as the honorary co-chairs of the 2015 World Meeting of Families. Philadelphia's Catholic community is very, very grateful for their support. I look forward to traveling with both the governor and the mayor to Rome in the next several months after the election of the new pope for briefing sessions with the Pontifical Council for the Family. I'm also very pleased that Mayor Nutter could be with us today despite his very, very busy schedule. I've been asked why the Holy Father picked Philadelphia. I'm sure some of you have asked that question. The answer is simple. His Holiness didn't tell me. So I don't know. I don't know why he picked Philadelphia. But it's helpful to remember that Philadelphia is uniquely rich in American history. It's where the United States began as a nation. And the political ideals conceived in Philadelphia have served human rights, human freedom, and human dignity for more than 2 centuries. Pope Benedict has spoken about all these issues, especially religious liberty, many times throughout his pontificate. And he's always seen the strength of the family as a guarantee of human maturity and freedom. The more we encourage and support the integrity of families, the healthier our society becomes. Philadelphia is also an American Catholic icon with 2 great American saints, Mother Catherine Drexel and Bishop John Newman, a great church legacy of Catholic education, and many decades of service to immigrants, minorities, the hungry, and the poor. That service continues right now, today, in all our Catholic social ministries. We're very proud of the Catholic Church in Philadelphia. We also know that the Church in Philadelphia also is a community in need of healing and renewal. We have a very serious duty to help persons who have been hurt in the past to heal. and to better protect children and young people moving forward. Beyond this important duty, the church still has the obligation to preach Jesus Christ. She still has a duty to help people find God and to live their faith with joy and conviction. I think faithful Catholics in Philadelphia and everywhere else know that, and they long for a chance to show their love of God and His church to the world, to deepen God's presence in their own families, and to share Jesus Christ with a world that urgently needs Him. That's why, with the help of God, and if we're faithful to the tasks this great effort requires, the World Meeting of Families in 2015 will achieve everything it needs to accomplish and everything God intends. I'll be happy to answer questions in a bit, but now I'd like to introduce the mayor of our wonderful city of Philadelphia and honorary co-chair of the 2015 World Meeting of Families, Mayor Michael Nutter. Welcome, Mr. Mayor.
Archbishop Chaput, thank you very, very much for the invitation to be a part of this incredible honor and celebration of our great city. And please, as you communicate with Pope Benedict, please express our deepest appreciation for choosing Philadelphia, and possibly, maybe in that conversation, he'll share with you why he chose Philadelphia. But should he choose not to share, we are excited, of course, nonetheless. Philadelphia, of course, is a city that was founded on the principles of religious tolerance. It is, as the Archbishop mentioned, the birthplace of freedom, liberty, democracy, and religious worship in the United States of America. It is a great, great honor to be a part of this incredible celebration. And as the Archbishop mentioned, it's one thing to have this World Meeting of Families celebration anywhere in the United States of America, but certainly of all the cities, for Philadelphia to be picked, what an incredible honor for us. As the Archbishop mentioned, certainly there was no thought or not even for a nanosecond, however long that is, when he mentioned the opportunity to serve as honorary co-chair, and I'm sure Governor Corbett felt the same. Generally, no matter what the question from Archbishop Chaput, the answer is, the appropriate answer is yes, and we all understand that here at the Archdiocese. 2015 certainly gives us a good amount of time to plan, but this will be a massive event here, not just in the city, but I would expect the entire region, the tri-state area, much of the East Coast will, in addition to other parts of the United States, will participate in this celebration. And Archbishop, I can assure you, you will have the full resources, cooperation, and support of the entire City of Philadelphia government to make this event successful. As was mentioned, Philadelphia is one of America's great cities. It's one of the great cities of the world and the birthplace of our nation. It's where we celebrate art and culture, higher education, commerce, and religious freedom. The World Meeting of Families is an incredible opportunity to showcase the city of Philadelphia on the international stage. This will be one of the largest, if not the largest event we will have hosted, and we will welcome an international audience. Tens of thousands of families will come to Philadelphia to experience the World Meeting of Families and all that Philadelphia and the surrounding region has to offer from a cultural and religious perspective. This is a wonderful opportunity for the business community, our civic community, and our government leaders to come together and deliver an exceptional experience for our citizens and visitors who will come. Of course, there will also be a major economic impact for the city as well, and working together, we can elevate Philadelphia as one of the great international destinations of the world. Archbishop, I see that our hospitality sector, of course, is front and center as a part of this, and the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Pennsylvania Convention Center Authority, the Greater Philadelphia Tourism and Marketing Corporation, and the Greater Philadelphia Hotel Association all represented, and there are many other components of our hospitality sector who are here represented, and we will all work together in partnership. The World Meeting of Families has a universal theme that will resonate with all of us, regardless of your religious affiliation. Family is essential to the fabric of our society. They help build strong communities, strong neighborhoods, strong children who grow up to be great adults. This event will spur quite interesting and important conversations about the role of family in our world, and I think most importantly, in our city at a great time of challenge and often controversy. That our entire city must embrace this opportunity to be a part of that conversation. And speaking of conversations, for all the things that I've done, Archbishop, over now 20 years of elected service, my mom pays fairly close attention to what I do. But when this announcement came out not too long ago, within about 5 minutes, she was on the phone informing me that she wanted to be a part of this great celebration. And she looks forward to this. And lastly, two last things. One, you know, life has its many interesting twists and turns. And as a grade school student at the Transfiguration of Our Lord School at 55th and Larchwood, I could not have imagined way back then that one day I would be standing here with our Archbishop and soon to be welcoming this World Meeting of Families and all who will come to the city of Philadelphia. Lastly, there is a great game tonight in the Catholic League. And I wish both of the teams well, but as you would expect, I would say, go Prep. Thank you.
This picture to my left, to your right, is the World Meeting of Families in Milan last June. I received a notice maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the meeting that Philadelphia is going to be the next place. And so I got a ticket and rushed over there. And it was a wonderful experience because I was personally embraced by the Holy Father, as you see, right after his announcement of this good news. With him, in the second picture, is Cardinal Dolan, who is the Archbishop of Milan and who's rumored to be one of the candidates to be the next pope. Who knows what that's going to be? And this picture here is a picture of the celebration of Mass with the Pope that day. So that's what those pictures are. And behind me is the logo for the World Meeting of Families in Philadelphia. I think somebody's going to explain that officially a bit later. Is that right? We can. I guess he's not prepared to do that. But you see it's a Liberty Bell and families. So it's uniquely designed for the 2015 gathering here. Now, I'm available for questions. I think the mayor is too for a short while. He's a very busy person, so we have to, maybe you should direct your questions to him first, but I'm ready for, yes, go ahead.
Archbishop, is the Pope coming?
Is the Pope coming? I certainly hope so, and I can't imagine that he won't, but I can't promise that he will be. You know, the Pope generally goes to these, and I just can't imagine that he wouldn't come, but I don't really know definitively.
Essentially describe that possibly as his first U.S. trip?
I don't know if he'll come earlier. If it's Cardinal Dolan that's elected Pope, he might be here next week. We just don't know. I really don't know, but it could be. It could be his first visit, and that would be wonderful if it is. You know, we're all anxious to meet whoever the Holy Spirit leads the cardinals to choose to be Pope. Yes?
What does the uncertainty, when this was announced back in June, Pope Benedict had said he would be coming here to Philadelphia. What does the uncertainty of not knowing do in the planning of this?
Oh, it probably does nothing because we're going to plan as though he's going to come, you know. But we can't promise because the man who's going to be Pope hasn't been chosen yet and hasn't committed himself, so we can't promise for somebody
Is
else.
there a message you would like to send to the Vatican urging whoever
Well, I
this
think we
next
all
Pope
want
is?
the Pope to be here, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we just hope that he'll be here, and I expect that he will be, but I don't know. Yes?
Matt Gambino, CatholicPhilly.com. How many people do you anticipate attending the World Meeting of Families initially?
I don't really know yet. In Milan, there were, at the closing Mass, there were 1 million people. For the Saturday night vigil service, there were more than 300,000. For the meeting itself, which goes on for 4 or 5 days before the final celebration with the Pope, there were several tens of thousands, but I just don't know exactly. We'll be looking at the history of past world meetings of families in different parts of the world, and then calculating for ourselves in the United States. And this, the Northeast corridor is very heavily Catholic. We really do want to send a message, though, that this is for people of goodwill and not just for Catholics, and we hope even in some kind of formal way to involve others who are not Catholics in the gathering. So we
Maybe a
look
lot.
Okay, a lot. That's a good number. Yes? Yes, you did a nice job in that article this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Inquirer.
Do you have even a ballpark estimate of the cost and an idea about how and where you will raise the money?
The idea, what will it cost? We know that the cost in Milan was in excess of 10 million euros, which is more than $10 million. And I'm going to be responsible for raising the money. And everybody knows that we're having struggles here in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia with our ordinary financial obligations. So I'm expecting to raise this money from outside sources as well as local gifts. We have a independent lay group that's going to be the fundraising body for the World Meeting of Families and responsible for the financial aspect of that event. And we'll announce who that group is eventually. And it's already in place, so we have a corporation in place that's going to handle the finances of it. Yes?
Just a question might involve the mayor as well. Where will you hold the meetings and where would the mass be?
Well, we don't know if the Pope comes, we don't know where the Mass will be yet. We haven't begun to talk about it because we had to have the official announcement of the dates before we could begin. We've been in discussion for several months with the Convention Center and other places, so I think all that will be finalized rather quickly, but I'm not prepared to make those announcements today. Mr. Mayor, did you want to comment on any of that?
No, I think you covered it pretty well. I mean, as you can imagine, there's a tremendous amount of logistics involved in something like this. Having said that, I just want you to think for a moment about the city of Philadelphia, the kinds of events that we have hosted over a long, long period of time. We were fortunate to have a papal visit once before. We have facilities today that we didn't have back then. We are more than prepared to logistically handle something like this, and working with the Archbishop and his team and the folks here at the Archdiocese, we have every confidence that we'll be able to pull this off in a rather spectacular fashion.
Thank you very much. When we were in dialogue with the Holy See about the date, one of the things we did was check with the Convention Center before that was decided and found out when it was most available, and so that was calculated into the announcement today.
Looking back at Milan or any of the previous meetings, what do they do in the meeting portion? I mean, what comes out of that would be significant?
Well, the typical pattern in the past, and again, I can't say this is going to be the same for us because what will happen is a dialogue between our local planning group and the Pontifical Council for the Family, which represents the Holy See. And we'll develop a program out of that dialogue. Typically in the past, there's been a major venue where keynote talks have been given to huge crowds, and then there's been in between those keynote addresses, smaller gatherings on different topics on how to raise kids, how to deal with the tensions of possible struggles in marriages, how to avoid divorce, those kind of things. So we'll have workshops aimed at all different age groups too. But the exact format of that, I just can't comment on because I'm not sure yet.
In the past, have they dealt with things like non-traditional families or that sort of issue? Or did they
I can't imagine that it wouldn't have been. I don't know because I haven't looked at the details of that, but I can't imagine that wouldn't be a topic for today, right? It's an issue everywhere. But, we want it to be a gathering that positively emphasizes family. We don't want to sit around and criticize one another. That's not the goal of this. The goal of this is to do all we can to support family life and to promote the dignity of families and children and those things that have been so important to each one of us as we've grown up and been nourished by our parents and our families. It's so very important. A good society is built on a foundation of good families, stable families, and we want this to be a source of promotion of that. Yes? Oh, Mr. Mayor?
Would the city be willing to donate a lot of money to this?
That's not, we've never had that conversation, and again, we need to see just what the financial needs are. I'd certainly expect to work with the Archbishop on his fundraising plan. I know a little bit about raising money, and been known to pick up the phone. There are a bunch of folks in the back who've gotten phone calls from me in the past, so they should anticipate, if I don't get to them, the Archbishop will. So we have to figure that out. And then, of course, there are any number of city services that will be required. So we'll go through all the logistics of that, and I'm sure, in partnership with the Archbishop and the Archdiocese, from time to time we'll make periodic announcements about the meeting, the logistics, venues, et cetera, but I think we're a little preliminary to try to figure out, who's doing what in that regard. We have a sense, a range at least, based on past experience of what these kinds of events could cost, and then the outside fundraising and a real game plan, which I expect to be actively involved in.
And we are consciously aware of the separation of church and state. That's a very important principle for all of us.
I wanted to leave that one to you.
Well, thank you, sir. And we do understand that and respect it. It can become a very controversial thing. So we will be sensitive to those issues as we develop a plan. Also, I'm going to have available to me, from my side of this, the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, which is our national organization that has already committed itself to helping. And the Knights of Columbus have also committed themselves to helping us. So we have a lot of sources outside the 5-county region of the Archdiocese of Philadelphia to help us get this off the ground and working very, very well. Yes, sir.
Archbishop, considering all that the Archdiocese has gone through legally in recent years, you have expressed yourself that you want to see healing. How does having this event here in Philadelphia factor into that mission of healing the church here in Philadelphia?
Well, I think from a Catholic perspective, it heals us because it's something positive, and we need something positive after such a long period of bad news. And I think it's a cause that everybody can support. Healthy families is the basis of individuals' sanity, happiness, and wholeness, and also communal happiness and wholeness. And I think that we probably will have some workshops on the effects of sexual abuse in the undermining of family life and those kind of things. So we'll put all that together, and you'll see the program eventually. And I think you'll see that it really is focused on healing not only the Catholic community but individuals who've been hurt.
Let me just reemphasize that this is a city in need of healing at a variety of levels. So regardless of your religious affiliation or how you practice or how you worship a supreme being, a focus on families will help this entire city. As the Archbishop has already said, but I want to reemphasize, we really want to promote the World Meeting of Families to many, many communities and reach out to the wealth of religious organizations, religious affiliations, members of the clergy from all faiths here in Philadelphia and throughout the region. All of us are in need of prayer. All of us need healing. All of us have things that we need to work on in our own personal or professional lives.
Yeah, well, my first lively memory of our mayor came before I was the Archbishop of Philadelphia, that wonderful sermon he gave in church about parents being parents, or they'd end up being in jail. And I thought it was a wonderful expression of his own commitment to the significance of parents in the lives of children. We've been emphasizing the importance of fatherhood, stable fatherhood in the life of children. So I think the mayor and I have a lot of common cause in terms of promoting family life, healthy family life in the greater Philadelphia area. That was a great homily, Mr. Mayor. Great sermon. I talked to him about being a deacon one time.
You did.
Yes, sir.
What's first when you leave here today? What's the first thing you do to try to make this event happen?
I'm going to stand at the door and ask for a gift from everybody who's in the room.
Tables are set up, envelopes are in the back. Doors of the church are now open.
Actually, that's a joke. That's not going to happen. So don't worry about it. But it's, what am I going to do? Well, I am going to sit down with some folks over lunch and talk about how we can cooperate to make this a successful event. We're done?
I think they're done.
Okay, you're done. Mayor tells me so.
They've run out of questions.
Okay. Any questions about the logo is behind me?
Who's going?
Okay, why don't you explain the logo?
The logo for the World Meeting of Families for 2015 was chosen with some very interesting design elements in mind. Of course, the bell is very prominent, and one of the things that harkens to are the bells that call thousands upon thousands of families to churches throughout the world. But you see, it also bears a resemblance to Philadelphia's very own Liberty Bell, which is an iconic historic landmark that is known worldwide. It is a symbol not only of every freedom we enjoy as Americans, but of religious freedom. And the birthplace of religious freedom in the United States of America was here in the colony of Pennsylvania under William Penn, and you can see that denoted in the crack of the bell there as well. You'll see there are central figures inside the bell itself. There are 5 of them. They are of differing heights, of differing colors, and that's meant to symbolize different age groups, symbolize diversity as well, and to symbolize the various roles we all play in families, whether that be father, mother, brother, sister, child, or a grandparent as well. And then central to the yoke of the bell, the element of the cross was chosen to be very central to that, and that symbolizes the role of Christ in families itself. So those are the main points in the design elements there. Okay. Archbishop, do you want to give him the hat? Archbishop, the hat.
I think he has a question about it.
Jeff, yes. That was, we worked with an outside firm to do the design on that, Jeff. Yeah, okay. Archbishop, we have the hat for the mayor.
Oh, that's
Would you like to present him?
I'm often given hats when I go to events in Philadelphia, and I understand the mayor really does like baseball hats. So we have the first hat with the logo of World Meeting of Families 2015 Philadelphia that I'm going to present to our own Mayor Nutter. Mayor Nutter.
You will see this around.
Good, that's great, that's great. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate your being here.